So we went to Meteora yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. It was not a really religious person, but I can like just going up to the mountains while you're on the ride up, I can see why. Like there's a certain spirit or feeling about like where the monasteries are, where about Meteora, that's just like really like overwhelming but calming at the same time. And that's just like the landscape itself. So I definitely get why the monks chose that as a location to build the monasteries. I think also like to do with like how high up and they view Christ in such a high position that it makes sense that they want to put somewhere where they dedicate and worship him up high. I think it's just like being up so high on those mountains gives like a feeling of being like closer to God. God's supposed to be, up above in heaven. So you just feel closer to that entity by being up so high and like in the fog and the mist. It's also, I think it's somewhere just like really good to also self-reflect. I think being high up is great to self-reflect. But that's why they chose to like they carved in the stone and like stayed there for a while. I think it's just also like the discipline. Like they could have built a monastery anywhere, but like building a monastery there is very like it took a long time and a lot of work. And I think that just like shows like the discipline and dedication they have to Christ, which is something that's like historical throughout, Greek Christianity, sacrificing themselves in the name of their faith. And I think building the monastery there was a good example of that. I just think, like I said, even though I'm not super religious, so I didn't necessarily feel tied to that, but I definitely understand why they built in the location that they did, and I understand like the feeling being on top of those mountains and like walking into the monasteries give the moment you step in. And I think just like the paintings and how they designed them and the color that they chose, it's all very like in a sense very like rich and very captivating. And I think that's what they're trying to get across with like heaven stuff, or like it's like a great place to be. So I think it's really amazing in that aspect. Even though I'm not religious, I can still feel like the spirituality of that place. It's really awesome.